Question for the black community. Why do you constantly lower yourselves to defend the worst within your race, the worst within your community? You take to the streets, you protest, you even riot and create anarchy over criminal behavior, criminals acting like criminals. You get upset that white people, Asian people, Hispanic people don't understand and don't represent. But no other group, no other community, no other race continually defends the worst within their group. In fact, most expose it and try to eradicate it, want to improve, promote, and launch the best within their group, the best within their race, the best within their community. Let's just go ahead and set the record straight, shall we? Breonna Taylor was not a saint. She was not an angel. Right now, her family and her attorney, they're demanding to see the transcripts of the grand jury. Now, her mom was just given $12 million. That's million dollars. The boyfriend that shot first at the police, no charges have been leveled against him. Let's just walk through this again. Breonna Taylor is a criminal. Now, maybe she herself wasn't actively involved in the drug dealing trade as her previous boyfriend. But you know, on this one, I'm going to kind of lean a little bit in the favor of the police. I know you're shocked. But in particular, narcotics officers who have been doing this for years and have years of street cred, street experience, who have successfully brought down drug rings. The defense of Breonna, people like Holly Weird that are out there saying, it's not her fault. The ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer and she hadn't had any contact with him. And just because she's a black woman and had contact with someone in the criminal system, that automatically labeled her a criminal. Well, you know, see, that's the problem. All of these narratives that the lying legacy corporate corrupt mainstream media want to keep parroting, like Joy Reid over there at PMSNBC.
What this indictment says of just this one officer, leaving the other two officers completely innocent, apparently, right? Officers Cosgrove and Mattingly did nothing wrong, according to this indictment. It means that if you live in the state of Kentucky, if you were ever associated in any way with somebody who was caught in the criminal justice system, even if they are no longer associated with you and no longer live in your home, police have the full right and are fully within the law to bust into your apartment while you're asleep after midnight and start shooting and can kill you as long as they aim. So sorry if they bust in and they start licking off shots and you get killed, your death is irrelevant to the law in the state of Kentucky. Your death doesn't matter. Your life doesn't matter. This was a Black Lives Don't Matter ruling because they said that her life was irrelevant, that the life of her boyfriend who was in the apartment with her didn't matter.
Joy's not only factually wrong, but what she is doing is actually inciting the riot. She is instigating and she is provoking and she is endorsing and she is promoting anarchy, lawless behavior. Breonna Taylor did not get shot because she was a woman of color. Her boyfriend was not singled out because he was a man of color. He was in the criminal system because he's a criminal. He is a known drug dealer and thug. Her home had been under observation for months because the so-called ex-boyfriend was coming and going all the time. So she maintained a relationship. So this whole defense of, well, she wasn't even in a relationship with him anymore. She can't be an accessory after the fact. She had nothing to do with him, yet he was seen constantly coming and going from her apartment. Neighbors talked about it openly. Oh, and before the grand jury. So her home was being staked out, watched. So when the first boyfriend failed to appear before court like he was ordered to, the arrest warrant was issued. Now, where do you think that they might go looking for this guy? Well, any address that they had on him, any place that they knew he frequented. So, Breonna Taylor, known associate, we call that an accessory after the fact. This whole idea, this lying narrative that it was a no-knock warrant, the police knocked. The police knocked. There are eyewitness testimonies who even said they told the police, they even told the grand jury, yes, we heard the police knock. We even heard them say, police. The other boyfriend, the new boyfriend, he claims all he heard was the knock and then the door broke down and he started firing in self-defense. Yeah, because I know that's what I do. When somebody knocks at my door, I just start shooting. Oh, no, they broke the door down. No. Again, according to eyewitness reports, the gunfire started from inside the house. It was when the gunfire started that the police kicked the door in. Breonna Taylor is not innocent. She's not an angel. She's not a saint. And once again, we've got the Democrats. We've got the Black Lives Matter Marxist homegrown terrorists inflicting pain on our cities. We have the lying legacy corporate corrupt media perfectly willing to carry out this absolute false lie propaganda. Hollywood wants to dump more gas on it, and it isn't because they believe that Black Lives Matter. No, nay. Because they never say a word about black on black crime. They never say a word about all of the kids and children and babies who have been killed in places like Chicago and Crenshaw, victims of drive-by shootings and black on black crime. We never hear them say a word about that. They never demand anything be done about that. But they've got this narrative that they think is going to help them beat Donald Trump. And that's the only life that matters to them. Beating the orange man. That's the only color they see right now. He got to go. And even if we got to lie and people inflict pain on themselves and burn cities down, oh well, if it gets rid of Trump, it's worth it. That's what we're actually dealing with. Breonna Taylor, I'm sorry, if she wasn't a criminal, my mother used to say, and my grandmother used to say, and just about everybody that had any influence over me as a young person all had the same little saying: you will be judged by the company you keep, period. What about the people that the boyfriend inflicted pain on with his drugs and that died? So we have the police being charged with, I love the picket signs that say, they were only charged with missing her, not with the bullets that hit her. See, again, these charges were only given because I'm sure the grand jury thought, well, we can't let these guys walk and not charge anything, because in reality, there was nothing to charge these police with. They did it by the book. They knocked. They identified themselves. There was gunfire from inside at them. They returned fire. Breonna is dead as a result of the criminal behavior of not only one, but two boyfriends, period. That's the story. I realize that's not sensational. I realize that Nancy Botox Pelosi can't raise any money for the lying Democrats on that. I realize that Black Lives Matter can't raise money through China and then funnel it to the Democrats. I understand it's not flashy. It won't garner any real headlines, so they have to lie and they have to keep promoting a false narrative. And you know what? If people are dying and they are inflicting pain on cities through riotous behavior, oh well. Breonna Taylor is dead, plain and simple, because of the people she associated with. And the fact that she continued to associate them even after the breakup, knowing full well that he was a gang-banging drug thug, makes you kind of wonder, was she either using or dealing too? Sorry. Hey, that's it for this rant. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate your support. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you spread this video. Smack the bell and click the word all to get notification of my next rant.